You need to be ready to get your hands dirty and do tasks, do everything, every task at your office to get your team inspired and get your team motivated. That's the video for today. Welcome to TopEvt, the best place for you to grow your business and improve your life to become the top achiever that you want to be. This is me, Jamie. So why am I saying that all tasks should be done by you and you should be ready to do any task to show that you are capable to your team? Don't be afraid to get your hands dirty. Sometimes you see people that are at high posts at their office, or sometimes they are the founders of the company. They think that some tasks are beneath them, some tasks are not right, and they don't mingle with the people, or they don't do the tasks that are supposed to be beneath them. What you have to understand is you can't just be the owner of the company and show a persona that shows that you are not capable of doing these tasks. When time comes, you should be showing that you are capable of doing even the smallest task with the highest efficiency and better than most people. I'll give you an example from my life. When I was a manager, I was in the top management of one of the big Fortune 500 IT companies, and before I started my own company. So at that time, we had placed an order with a supplier for n number of routers and all the equipments that are necessary, and they were supposed to do all the cabling, everything, and get the things ready. What my team was supposed to do is just get the work done and just get the software part of it running. So they are supposed to do all the hardware work. All the routers and racks have to be ready and cabled and done properly by them. Now on 1st of that month, all of the equipment that we had ordered had come to our offices and they were ready to be set up, but the wiring and all of these things have not been done. So that was the hindrance right there. So my team was actually waiting for these people to do the entire work, and once that is ready, then they can do their own work, their software part of the work. So we were just waiting for this. Day 1, nothing happened. Day 2, I called the vendor and I told them. They said that they are going to send someone and they will solve the problem. So someone from their company was supposed to come there and wire the entire routers. Day 4, some person came and they just put the routers and cabled everything, but the LAN cables and the cabling for the networking were not done. So that was the only thing that was necessary to complete this entire system, the hardware part of it, but they didn't do it. They had all the cables, everything was bought and it was ready, but they didn't cable the thing. They just plugged and did the electrical connections of the systems. Now again 2-3 days went and nothing happened. So I was finding that okay, there is still time for my team to work. There won't be a delay because of this, but it was still a problem and I wanted to get this job done as soon as possible. So around the 15th day, when I lost my patience, I just went forward. I took one of my trusted colleagues with me, and even though I'm the top management, I'm not even supposed to be anywhere near this thing. I went and I started cabling the entire thing, the entire LAN cabling and all of these things. These are some things that, you know, the people who are freshers will be given, or the people who are specifically trained for that, they are the only people who do it. I don't have to do all of these things, but I started doing it. When my team actually saw that I was cabling the rack, and I was in a suit that day. So what I did is I took off my suit jacket and I had put it in my office, and I was just rolled up my sleeves and I just started working there. I just started cabling this entire rack. When that happened, the support staff and the team, the entire team, they also came with me and they started doing the same thing. So the cabling of that entire system was being done at that time. So when we did it, we did about 20 to 30 machines on that afternoon. This was around 4 p.m. in the afternoon, and we did about 20 to 30 machines to get our work ready. There are still hundreds of racks of cables to be done, but we did 20 to 30 machines, and that was enough to get our work started. Next day, first thing in the morning, I got a call from the vendor, and they actually apologized to me, and they actually had sent a person first thing in the morning and they started doing their work. This is how it changed. Automatically they understood that if they don't do it, I will get someone to do it, or I will do it myself and get the job done. And if that is the attitude I am at, they are at a big risk, because the supplier has some kind of percentage for doing this entire work. So I was ready to do even the smallest task there to get my job done, and that is what was necessary. And I trust that I inspired my team also with this, and they were actually really amazed that I would be so humble to do such a thing, when most of the managers wouldn't even think of such a thing. So when time comes, there are certain, I'm not saying that you should go and start doing all of the small tasks. Of course there are people for specifically for that, but when there is a certain time when you have to inspire others, when there is a certain time that it has to be done, and that is the only way for you to get your job done, then at that time you should be ready to do it. Don't think that this work is beneath me or I can't do it. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comments below. If you have any topic requests, leave them in the comments below as well. Like, share, subscribe. This has been Jamie for TopEvt. I'll see you in the next video.